My name is Deontay, by the way. What's your name?
My name is Prakash.
And where are you from?
I'm from India,
Nice. What part?
western part of India.
Okay. Awesome, awesome. I am from California, but I live in London. So,
Europe.
yeah, I'm on the Western Hemisphere still, but from London, it's a lot easier to travel. So hopefully, I make my way to Southeast Asia and other places that are beautiful and
Yeah,
amazing.
so
So, okay.
welcome to India. And I have watched your profile.
Mhm.
You like to visit different places
I do.
because you can meet the more people, you can get more understanding. I like that one.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And in my class, for my master's program, we have actually a lot of people who flew in from India to get their master's degree in broadcast journalism. And there's only 30 people in the class, but a third of them are from India, actually. So it's pretty cool.
And you are also interested in public speaking, and so am I.
Yeah, are you? That's awesome.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
what kind of work do you do?
I'm a teacher in India.
Nice. So, public.
And as a teacher, you have to speak more. And if you have good public speaking skill, if you have a good communication skill, then you can influence the students.
Exactly.
Then you can be more popular.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works. If you're a great speaker, you can convince pretty much anybody to support you and be on your team. So as a teacher, that's amazing. Now, I do know that you have a lesson that's up. So we could talk about the lesson, but if you're interested in public speaking, we can talk more about that as well. So it's up to you.
Okay. Actually, nowadays I'm focusing on this one,
Mhm.
IELTS examination. So could you do it? Is it okay? Otherwise, we
Yeah,
can talk about conversation,
yeah, we can.
public speaking. No
Let's do
problem.
it. Okay, so today we're going to talk about art.
Yeah, art.
Awesome. So I'm sure you know about what IELTS exam is, the format, how it works, right?
Yeah, I know everything about it.
And
Just I want to know about art. Yeah.
okay, so these are some vocabulary words, and if there you see anything that you don't know, we can go in more details and I explain it. But if not, we'll continue.
Okay. Let me have a look.
Hmm.
As advances priority holding classes and despite therefore. Okay, I'm quite familiar with these all words.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So these are some useful phrases. It's more so a conversational approach. So, for example, what I'm trying to say is if you start rambling, that's how you bring it back to the main point. I believe, personally, I feel, as I see it, that's how you give your views and your opinions. And to disagree with an opinion, I'm not quite sure of that. So it's really weird. These are actually not, well, that last one especially isn't really a common phrase that people use to disagree with an opinion. So, but for the IELTS exam, if you want to use it, definitely. Okay. I'm trying to figure out when the art lesson comes in. All right, here we go. So, as you know, art and music are considered important elements of every society. Should schools focus more on teaching art and music? And then your response. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I do believe it.
Hmm.
Uh, Music and art are vitally important for education because arts and music or this type of art makes the person more better human. Sorry,
Hmm.
better human. I think personally that
Okay.
because it's a feeling. It's a feeling. Okay, and the effect of music. You can change the mind of a thinking process of person also. If your mind is not sorry, your mood is not good, then you like to listen to the good music. Then you can refreshment. You can be cool and calm.
Hmm.
So for the students, for the learners, arts and music are very important for their for growth, for holistic development.
Yeah. So good job. I think one thing you want to do is kind of make your responses succinct. And what I mean by that is make them clear, brief, but informative. So you don't want to sound like you're rambling and trying to find the answer. You want to sound like you know what you're talking about. So, for example, one thing you want to do is kind of restate the question. So you went in the more educational approach initially, and then you worked your way back into what the answer was, as opposed to saying, the reason why schools should focus more on teaching arts and music are because of these reasons. List them out, say, because I believe that it helps people express themselves, I believe it helps them with development, and believe it helps them with growth. And then you can break those 3 points down. I think it's easier when you give yourself a roadmap. Therefore, you know where you're going, and you don't get lost if you maybe lose some traction in your speech. So let's say, oh, I didn't think I was going to talk that minimal about this point. So let me continue on to my next point because I know what my next point is going to be. So that's just one way. Okay. And so can you elaborate on your position?
Well, what I want to say that music is vitally important for all human beings. And these are the reasons. Music is helpful to change your mood.
Mhm.
You can feel relaxation. You can be cool and calm. So that's why personally I think that music or art are important in our education.
Okay, awesome. So that was good. Let's continue on. Do you think the government should provide support for art activities?
Yeah, personally I think that government must support such type of art activities because if they promote arts in education, then that country or that nation will get more artists, and artists are also helpful to build a good nation.
Yeah. So that's actually a good segue point that would show more of your vocabulary and your understanding. So you say it's good for a nation. That's a good point to talk about how much revenue the arts industry brings into any economy. Whether in India you have Bollywood, in the US you have Hollywood, and they're both
Hmm.
very big industries that bring in a lot of money.
Hmm.
Okay. So how is it in your country? Could you explain this about art?
Yeah. So in my country, art is more popular. You can see art everywhere. You can see great uh, painters in my country, great dancers, musicians, and actually that's the identity of our country also.
Hmm.
And that's why actually our government also focus on this type of arts activity. That's why our country is successful to produce such type of great artists in my country.
Yeah.
So
So,
really, art is important in my country.
yeah, that's good. It's good. I like how you end it. You always want to bring it back to the original question. Therefore, it seems like a complete thought. So you don't want to just stop on an example. You want to bring it back, and that's why I believe this is that. Okay, so that was good. We'll continue. What kind of traditional art forms are common in your country?
Okay, folk dances and okay. As far as I know, folk dances and music, they are very traditional. And in my country, all states have different traditional art. If you go to the South India, they focus on the music and dances. If
Hmm.
you come to the North India, so uh, they are also very good at dances, but you can see more artists, painters.
Hmm.
So yeah, So these type of forms are very popular in my country.
And what type of art are you interested in?
I'm interested in music,
Nice.
and
One of my favorite actresses is actually a former Bollywood actress who moved to the state, and her name's Priyanka Chopra, and she's amazing. By the way, so
yeah.
I think they want me to give you feedback, but I was giving you feedback as we went, so we'll continue to slide 13. Okay, so I'll be the left-hand side, the guy with the white beard, and you can be the one on the right, and we'll read these out loud, and we'll talk about any new vocabulary and review how well this conversation went. Okay? As you know, art and music are considered as important elements of every society. Should schools focus more on teaching art and music?
So that's a question for me.
No. You're going to read the next part.
Okay. Despite the technological advances, I believe art and music still have priority in humans' life. Therefore, art and music should be among other important lessons.
And what do you mean by that? Can you elaborate?
What I'm trying to say is that holding art and music classes in school is beneficial and vital.
Okay. So first things first, was there anything vocab-wise that you didn't understand?
No, all are quite familiar with me.
Okay. And did you like how the responses were? Like, did you like the answers to those questions?
Now I want to answer.
No. So you want to look at their answers and see if there's anything they did well. What did they do well when they responded?
So when I responded,
So when you're reading the conversations, for example, I think the responses had good vocabulary words and they were
definitely.
pretty much short and sweet.
Yeah.
The answers were good. Okay, so we
Yeah.
agree. And we'll skip and go to extra practice. So idioms, slip my mind and food for thought. Have you heard of these before?
Yeah, slip my mind.
What about food for thought?
Slip my mind?
No, I said,
Okay, forget. Yeah.
So you've heard slip my mind before, like you just forget something. But food for thought is just a phrase that people use to express that they want to think deeper about something. So food for thought. I think we should do this, that, and the other. It just wants to draw more attention back to something you should spend more time on. Okay? Do you know the difference between accept and accept?
Yeah, I want to accept your proposal and I will come to your birthday party.
Yeah?
But accept my wife,
Yeah.
we all come.
Okay, sweet. And what about borrow and lend?
Yeah. Could you lend me some money? And can I borrow some money from you?
Yeah. So those are actually words that are more synonymous than accept and accept. So accept and accept sound alike, but they're different. But borrow and lend are kind of two similar words. And you already expressed that you think music can heal people. When you visit another country, do you visit art galleries? Blah, 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 blah. So, for example, if we have another lesson and you want to talk about art, I think sometimes these can limit where the conversation goes. So I think next time we have a class, you just pick a subject and we'll go deeper into it. But it was great talking to you. It was great meeting you. And I hope you get your public speaking on and you do well on the IELTS exam. So you have a good...
Really, I have seen an enthusiastic teacher on Cambly today.
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad.
So it's my pleasure to talk with you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You have a great day, and I'll see you soon, hopefully. Bye.